Hello everyone, this is Introvert Shy Guy and welcome to my gameplay vlog of Super Mario Galaxy. So yeah, I'm back from my Christmas vacation. I had fun and stuff, visited family and everything, and I had a good time. So yeah, I'm able now to play this game after trying to find a specific time to play it. I'm playing this on a Friday, so of course Friday is definitely the only time where I would definitely have the time to myself, I would say. So yeah, so I then decided to just play. I decided to just do a gameplay vlog of this instead of just continuing on Pikmin 3 because there's a lot of stuff I actually want to talk about, but I feel like it's probably better if I'm just looking at what stars I could do. If I could just tell you guys how my vacation went and how things are gonna go from here. Because like I said, my brother's still living with me, so there's this thing I need to address about scheduling and stuff, so I'm basically gonna be doing that. So yeah, recording this on a Friday, I think it's January the 24th. Yes. The January the 24th, that's when I'm playing this, and so yeah, as you know, I'm just trying to figure out what star I want to do, because the thing is, what I want to do is I want to do at least one star so I can just talk about some stuff, then do the final battle with Bowser, and also I'd like to and then talk about what I'm going to do with this game, because even after I'm done facing off against Bowser, I still actually want to continue playing it, actually, so, but I'll get to that later. So anyway, as what I'd like to talk about, I want to talk about my vacation. So yeah, I had a great time, I visited my cousins, had great food and everything. So yeah, everything went out great, you know, thankfully nothing bad happened and all that, so that's great. I'm very happy with how things turned out. I will say though that the only negative thing that was going on was that for I don't know why, but in my mind I was actually afraid that I might have like a certain health issue. Actually what was happening was, for some reason whenever I eat and stuff, whenever I ate food, and this kind of happened before I came to Canada, was that for some reason I kind of felt slightly nauseous when I eat, and I'm like, not full, but when I'm like half full, I start to feel nauseous. So I was actually having this fear in my mind that maybe I might have something wrong with my appendix. Like I might have appendicitis, I would say, because one of the symptoms of this thing is a loss of appetite. So I was afraid that because I'm not eating very much and I also feel nauseous when I eat and I'm half full, then maybe that's the reason why. Or I probably have some stomach bacteria in my stomach. I mean, of course I actually thought maybe I have appendicitis, but I didn't mention it to my parents because I didn't want to I felt like maybe this was just a type of fear, because I tend to think negatively sometimes when things like this happen, and that's kind of a flaw of mine, I would say, about how I think and everything. So I thought that it was just me thinking negatively, so I didn't want to talk about it, or at least I wanted to talk about it at the very end. So even though I was having fun on my vacation, I kind of had this lingering feeling that, if I start to have this aching feeling in my intestine area, my abdomen area, then it's appendicitis, and I was afraid that I might would have to go to the hospital for surgery. I mean, not to say that I get kind of nervous if I have to go to a hospital in a foreign country. I mean, I know, it's Canada, free healthcare and stuff. I don't know why it's saying, because I checked my batteries and it said it was 3 levels full, so I didn't know it was that bad. I guess now it's decided to show up. Okay, so I'll just pause it right here. I do have batteries, but it's just that I gotta pause it, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, I checked the batteries and stuff to see if it was at least decent. It was right here. It wasn't full, but it was 3 levels full, but for some reason I guess didn't read it properly, so then it said I know I was away on vacation, so it would have to be slightly empty, but I mean, I don't know. So yeah, so I mean, like, I get kind of nervous if I was going to a hospital in a foreign country, and I mean, I know it's basically Canada, it's first world, like, free healthcare and stuff. Of course, I mean, I'm aware that there are talks of, like, oh, that there's a waiting period and stuff, but the thing is, though, is that I don't mind waiting, like, 2 or 3 days or whatever time, as long as they would give me, like, morphine or something to numb the pain, but that's what I'm, like, I was thinking, oh, what if that means, like, not only waiting times, but that basically means no morphine, so you have to deal with the pain and stuff. So it's like, oh, one argument against free healthcare, but, I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, bear in mind, I support Tulsi Gabbard and Bernie Sanders, but it's not mainly because of healthcare. Honestly, like, healthcare it's like it's in my top 10, but it's like probably number 9 or 10 or something, maybe even 11, I don't know. I have to check on my the blob video that I mentioned. Oh shit, fuck, I forgot this is, oh okay, I can get out of it, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, I mentioned about that healthcare is my huge priority, so even though, like, I'm mainly supporting Bernie Sanders, like, Tulsi Gabbard as my first choice, Bernie Sanders is my second choice, mainly for, to change the electoral process and also end the wars and stuff and criminal justice and also climate change, I would say. So it's mainly those issues, not for the free healthcare or anything. Healthcare isn't really my number one issue. It is important, but not really my number one, so. And also, Tulsi did mention about Medicare by choice, so maybe she is for broadening healthcare, but not for the same healthcare like in Europe and stuff, so, yeah, there's that, like, you know, so I guess you could say maybe with Tulsi and stuff, it wouldn't be like the same thing, so you can't really make that little criticism that the right uses on her, you know? So anyway, I know I'm going off topic, but yeah, so, and that's what I was thinking and stuff. I was afraid that there might be an issue with my appendix and stuff, so I was kind of like very nervous and kind of fearful a bit, but thankfully that didn't happen. And of course then there was the issue of maybe I have a stomach issue, so if I threw up at some point, but that also didn't happen. And then 2 days before we were going back, before the time we go back to the States, I told my parents about this. They probably just said that maybe I have some bacteria in my stomach that's like left over. I know where to go. I'm just trying to find out where. So maybe I had to take a blood test or like just take some stomach medicine and stuff. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I haven't done that yet, mainly because when I came back, I wasn't waking up very early because I didn't have a lot of stuff to do and stuff. So my sleep schedule was kind of erratic a bit. It wasn't that bad, but you know, when you have nothing to do and stuff, I tend to, you know, sleep in the day and wake up at night, I would say. And this kind of happened last year as well, but thankfully it's also not happening anymore. Now that I'm starting classes, I'm kind of getting back into it, I would say. Waking up actually a lot earlier than usual, like in the morning, so that's great. So yeah, there's that. So I wasn't able to do a blood test. I'm thinking maybe I could do so somewhere in Tampa or maybe on the weekend and some, I don't know, we'll see. But I do need to do a blood test, I would say, so I have to do that and check out my stomach, see if it's okay, because of course I am gonna still be going out to places and stuff, and I want to make sure my stomach is like a-okay, you know? I don't want to have a rude awakening and like unexpectedly vomit and stuff. I really don't want that to happen, you know? So I'm gonna get that checked, and what else? Yeah, we had fun, and we went to Whistler Mountain when it was snowing. Honestly, it was alright, but I mean, it wasn't really that great. It would have been no different if I had to stay behind and stuff, because we only spent the night there for 1 day, and then we came back. And the thing is, though, there was one unfortunate moment. It didn't turn out that bad, but it could have been worse, you know, where The cars we were in, they were like big Jeep cars, I would say, but they were kind of used and stuff, and very old. Of course, my uncle is like a auto dealer, I would say, so he had a lot of cars at his disposal, but we were kind of using the used old ones. So when we stopped by at this one place at that mountain for a great view, my cousin kind of turned off the car when his dad told him not to turn it off and leave it on because he was afraid something like that would happen. And what happened actually did happen. As a matter of fact, the car kind of broke down. It didn't run out of battery power. It just couldn't start. So one car was down and the other car was still running, but my brother had to pee very badly. So we thought to just take my brother to this place where there's like food and like restaurants and stuff where he could go to the bathroom and have us stay here. I decided to volunteer to stay because I really don't know why. Mainly, I thought the problem would be fixed soon because they said it happens regularly. So I thought, oh, maybe it'll be solved by then. I don't know if I gotta focus. I'm trying to figure out where is that one place for the star. Anyway, so that happened and I thought it was gonna be solved soon, but it didn't became solved. So I was like up at the mountain and stuff. And it wasn't that bad, but what I was afraid was that there was no bathroom around. I didn't have to go to the bathroom, but I was afraid there might be an unexpected moment where I might have to feel like to take a shit. And the thing is though, is that it's a lot harder to hold in your shit than to hold in your piss. So, fuck, if that actually happened, oh my god, I'd feel like killing myself. So thankfully, that didn't happen. I was thinking to myself, why did I stay behind? I should have just went with them just in case. But then again, I remember I have my stuff, my backpack with my iPad and games and stuff. I have my stuff with me and also my clothes and all that, so thinking about it, maybe it was kind of meant to be to stay behind because of my stuff and everything, so yeah, I felt like I probably had no choice and I had to stay behind just to keep an eye on my stuff. And also my brother's stuff as well, so, you know, hot and cold collide. Oh, okay, I actually remember doing this at one point, so yeah, I have done this before. Oh yeah, I have done this before, yes. Alright, maybe this is kind of hard though. I don't know. No, I think I've done this. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, I was afraid that I might have to feel like to take a shit, but thankfully the car didn't start. We had to call a tow truck, but apparently, like, my dad decided to come over with the car and stuff. He brought my brother to the place to take a piss, and he was coming back. And then they called the tow truck driver. It was pretty. Actually, also, it was kind of fun in a way, like waiting around, because the reason why I've also volunteered to stay behind because my cousin, like, the one who's like kind of my favorite, honestly, he was also staying behind, and I want to stay with him and stuff because, you know. And I remember, like, even though I heard my dad was coming over, that maybe his car could start the car and stuff, because what if that was probably a battery problem? So we were kind of praying for it to not only start, but also to not destroy his car that he showed up, because I was afraid that, oh, what if Uber or a taxi wouldn't come over? So, you know, there's that. What am I supposed to do? There's an arrow. Oh, wait. Okay. Aha, that's what I was supposed to do. There we go. Great. Okay, so yeah, I was afraid that, oh, my dad starting up the car might destroy his car that he's using, so I was afraid that might happen, and oh my god, it would be like really, you know, disastrous. But thankfully it didn't happen. The tow truck was here, and so I went into my dad's car, and we had to stuff everyone in, like my 4 cousins and me at the front, or me at the back, I don't know. And we had to like drive 10 minutes away to the restaurant. I was afraid maybe we might have an accident and it'd be very, like, really bad. But thankfully that didn't happen, and we had some good food at Tim Hortons. And then we arrived safely back to our destination. I guess I would just say Vancouver because I did mention Whistler, but I don't know why I'm very cautious about mentioning where we live, because I haven't really mentioned where my cousins live, because I just wanted to keep things private. But then again, Vancouver is a very big city, and technically we don't really live in downtown Vancouver, I would say. So yeah, so I think we're kind of safe with. I'm kind of safe mentioning that, I would say. Oh wait, that's what I was supposed to do. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh, okay. All right. Wait. Okay. Yes. I think I don't even remember doing this. Maybe I have done it, but it was probably too hard, and I kind of gave up on it. I don't know. But I'm doing it. So. All right. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay. Yes! Got it! Haha, sweet. So awesome. Alright, so, what else? I'm there. Yes. Okay, I need the ice. Anyway, so, yeah. We arrived safely, then we went fuck. Oh no, wait, I have to get just over there. Okay. Thought there would be the silver stars, you know, at the lava place. But no, it's not. Anyway, so oh okay, it's here. Anyway, yeah, so after that we came back to Vancouver, and then I felt like I had to take a shit when I got there, and it wasn't that bad, you know? So, I mean, like, nothing unfortunate happened, basically, so thankfully that didn't happen, and it was just a little something that just happened, and it wasn't really that bad. So that's good. Oh, okay, I didn't have to find the silver stars. I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, great! So I just did this and that's it. So yeah, came back, and then we ate the delicious Chinese food, but of course I ate a lot, and to the point where I felt kind of nauseous, so I was afraid I was going to throw up. I thought, oh, even though I survived that negative thing, another negative unfortunate thing was going to happen, but it didn't happen though, so the day went well, I would say, so that was good. Yeah, and then things went on, and we had the New Year's party. The food was great, but unfortunately I ate too much to the point where I thought I felt nauseous again, but thankfully that didn't happen. So all in all, Vancouver, the trip to Canada was like just great, you know, nothing bad happened, and everything turned out very nice. And also another great thing that I did, we smoked weed again, me and my dad, and it was also nice. I'll actually get to the weed part, but first I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna skip the cutscene because I want to make this video short, and because that's what I kind of did before. I skipped all the cutscenes and went straight to the gameplay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna just do this, and then I'm gonna basically that would basically be it for this gameplay vlog. It's time. Do you want to go to the location of your special one at the center of the universe? Yes. All right, then off we go. All right, I'm back. You know, it's quite funny, really, the fate of the universe, that I was not expecting to actually reach this far. You know, originally I kind of played this game because I wanted to play something, to talk about something short, but like not long. That's why I call these gameplay vlogs. So it's kind of funny how I kind of played the like all the levels and stuff to get to this point, not expecting to actually do it, you know? Mama says this... I'm sorry. Mama says this fight isn't just for us, it's also about saving your special one. Please be careful. Whatever you do, don't fail. Yeah. I really love how cinematic this part feels. The spotlights have their own gravity. Try sticking to them. You know, so the thing is though, okay, you know how I think I mentioned my Chibi Robo gameplay, or I mentioned somewhere actually that, yeah, I kind of regretted not playing this as a game for my gameplay series, and instead I just kind of used it as like a gameplay vlog, you know, so it's kind of funny really that I was really enjoying playing it to the point where I just made it all the way here. Also a shame how I've been skipping cutscenes and stuff. But one, I want to make these videos short so they don't consume memory, and like I said, I kind of did it before to make it consistent, you know, so yeah. Because had I made this as a gameplay series, I would have definitely kept all the cutscenes and stuff. Because this is actually a really fantastic game, you know? I love the cutscenes. I mean, I love everything about it. It's one of the greatest Mario games ever made, alongside Mario Odyssey. So yeah, oh shit. Anyway, so I was talking about how I was able to actually smoke again marijuana, because I wasn't able to do that when I had my summer vacation in 2019. I managed to smoke it again, like, you know, back in 2018 and stuff. I didn't mention it in my Wario World gameplay. So, yeah, I mean, my cousin actually gave me and my parents, like, actually just gave all of us one joint, I would say. So, I know I have to keep on going, but it's just I was kind of distracted a bit, so I apologize. So, before on Thursday, like, because we leave on a Saturday, so on Thursday we decided to smoke it, me and my dad, and my dad smoked it, we kind of shared it and stuff, and we did it carefully because I didn't want the same unfortunate, it wasn't unfortunate, but the same kind of thing that happened back in 2018 in the summer, where I kind of, you know, it was kind of painful at first on my chest area. So I was doing it carefully and stuff, me and my dad were just smoking it, and it didn't really have that much of an effect on my dad, but it did affect me and stuff. I kind of had the same kind of thing that I was kind of going through, even the strange chest things. Although it wasn't as bad as oh shit, it wasn't as bad as like before, so it didn't turn out that bad, I would say. Anyway, so now the thing that was happening to me was happening, but my dad actually experienced the munchies. So he was saying about how he was gonna have a little snack, and then he had some other food and stuff. Oh fuck, this just wasn't working. Hold on. Okay. Oh shit. Yes, made it. Okay. That turned out. No, it's because I was talking. That's why. So we were just smoking and stuff, and I had to smoke a lot of it because apparently it wasn't having a lot of effect. So, yeah, so, shit. Oh, fuck. That's okay, at least there was a checkpoint. Anyway, so, oh, fuck. I have to do this again? I thought there was a checkpoint. Oh, fuck me. Okay, hold on. So, yeah, my dad was experiencing the munchies while I was experiencing that, like, you know, the effects of how I was like playing with my, like, the mind effects and everything. The same effects I had kind of had in the summer, you know? So it was happening, and also the strange chest like pains and stuff. It wasn't painful, but the gastric reflexes, I would say, that was happening to me. And even though I didn't eat anything, but for some reason it still happened, you know? So it's a kind of thing that kind of happens to me, I would say. So I managed to control it, unlike, say, back in the summer. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh shit. Oh got it. Oh fuck. Oh damn it. Okay. Okay, here's the statue. Yes. Okay, good. We're safe for now. Okay. Good. Anyway, so yeah. I was experiencing some effects and stuff. It was very nice. I really enjoyed it. My dad was experiencing the munchies. He was like, why am I eating so much? And I literally just said to him, because you have the munchies. And then my dad was like, oh yeah, you're right. So it's kind of weird though. I didn't really have the munchies, but my dad did. And for me, I just experienced the same effects I had back in the summer, you know? So it was kind of strange, really. Looking for Princess Peach? Too bad, because she's with me. Oh, look, I love this part. Mario's pissed. I love it. It's like, you know, it's like such a cinematic moment and stuff that you're finally facing against your arch enemy, you know? And then this happens. It's such an awesome moment, I love it. I mean, like, Mario Galaxy is one of the most badass Mario games ever made. And everyone was saying how it kind of felt like the N64 era and stuff, because, you know, like, Mario Sunshine was a fun game, but it wasn't as good as Mario 64, you know? Finally, you got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe. Watch and weep. Oh, he created a giant star. From this galaxy, I'll rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It will last forever. I will rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So Mario, as you can see, I got bigger plans, and stomping you is at the top of my list. Back then, when he wanted to rule the fucking universe. Not just the world, the universe. Like, how many villains can you say actually wants to rule the universe, you know? I mean, I'm pretty sure there are, but, like, give examples, you know? Because back then I thought it was, like, Bowser that wants to rule the universe, you know? I mean, like, I would say maybe actually probably Ridley, actually, from the Metroid universe. So, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, actually Ridley wanted to rule the universe, so he wanted to use Metroids as weapons. So, yeah. But, I mean, back then I was a huge Mario fanboy, so that's why I was like, you know, I thought that was the most badass thing Bowser could do, you know? Oh, whoa, fuck. Oh, shit. I thought that thing was flattened. Okay. Whoa! Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, because he attacked me, that's why. Alright. Okay, one more. There we go. Final showdown. Look how badass this is. I think they should have made, like, you hit Bowser 3 times on each of those, like, little planets, you know? I know it might seem repetitive, but I felt like maybe, I don't know, I guess they could have done that, but this entire battle feels long enough as it is, you know? Like, you go on the 3 little planets, so yeah. I don't know. Now I have to dodge his flame attacks while jumping. And this! Whoa! Oh shit. Oh! Come on! Ah, fuck! Shit! This is the first time I actually missed that. I should stay put. Oh, fuck! Wow. Hold on. There we go. Wow. That was like hard for a little bit. Okay. such a fantastic game. Can't believe I actually finished it. This could have been a gameplay series, but I decided to make it a vlog. Alright, so after I get this star, I'm obviously going to skip all the cutscenes. I'm going to talk during the credits scene. Because I want to finish off my thoughts and stuff and then call it a day. Such a fantastic moment. I mean, you know what? I mean, I'll be honest, I think Odyssey and Galaxy are both great games. Like, you know, they're both the best Mario games, but Galaxy had kind of a more serious story, you know? Like, for as little story as it has. Although the Bowser creating a grand wedding was pretty, like, grand and stuff, I just kind of liked this because it was, like, more of an intense moment of Bowser wanting to rule the universe. Alright, so yeah, that was it. That was the game. I'm surprised I actually finished. I know I've said it a lot, but trying to recollect my thoughts. I wish I would have had this as my gameplay series, but unfortunately I decided to use this as one of my vlogs, so yeah. So I guess that brings me to one thing I want to mention, is that I actually still want to play this game, and it will be a gameplay series, but it'd be kind of like, they could be used as vlogs, but I wouldn't call them gameplay vlogs anymore. I'm just going to call them SMG Part 1, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to collect all the stars in this game, or at least get to that mystery thing where even after you finish the game you have to collect more power stars to do some bonus thing. I want to do that. Because funny thing is, I only cared about just facing Bowser and stuff. I didn't really care about the extra stuff. So maybe I could use this game to complete it 100%, and then I could go play Super Mario Galaxy 2 or something, you know? I don't know, and I could use Super Mario Galaxy 2 as a gameplay vlog video and stuff. Or maybe as a gameplay series, I don't know. So, not to say I'm going to be playing Super Mario Galaxy 2, no, I'm still going to stick with Galaxy until I finish it completely. So that's what I'm going to do from now. Anyway, so I know I said I just wanted to make these vlogs and stuff just to inform you guys of how I am and stuff. Like, I'm now doing classes and everything, and I'm going to definitely go back to playing Pikmin 3, probably. Thing is, though, I want to mention is that my brother's schedule is now kind of random and stuff. He's doing lab and everything, but it's not as concrete as they were before, so don't be surprised if I'm not going to be posting videos all the time. Like, Friday is basically going to be my only day, my only opening, I would say, so I think that's how I'm going to do it. Maybe every Friday. At this point, I'll probably play one game and then edit it and stuff. I'm going to be bringing my laptop with me as well. Like, will I leave it here? No, I'm going to be using it for schoolwork and stuff, so I'm definitely going to be bringing it with me. I used to bring 2 laptops and stuff. I used to bring one laptop here, but that's not the one I use for recording games and stuff. The one I record games, I usually leave it here, but I think I'll just leave that one laptop that I used to bring just at my place. This is like my fun laptop. It's where I watch YouTube videos and stuff. I watch also YouTube videos on this one, but not as much as the others. So maybe I'll just leave that one. I'll leave the fun laptop at my house, and this one, the one that records games, I'll be bringing it with me from my house to here, you know? I think I'll be doing that. So yeah. I'll still be playing this game and, you know, making more videos and stuff and talk about a lot of other things. Pikmin 3, I'll go back to talk. I'm going to be talking about politics definitely next Friday because the Iowa caucus is going to happen on the Monday after, next Monday, not this coming Monday as I'm recording this. So yeah, so the Iowa caucuses are going to happen, and I'm definitely going to be talking about politics at this point. Anyway, so yeah. And I'll like talk about my thoughts and everything about the political stuff, because there's a lot of politics and political stuff to talk about and stuff. So yeah.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Man, I love it when Mario does that. I also loved it. I was hoping they would do it for Super Mario Odyssey. I'm so happy they actually did it though. So, purple comment has appeared. Save game, yes. So yeah, is that it? Is it gonna lead me back? Oh yeah! But you know what, let me go back, because it's gonna definitely mention about the thing that I was talking about. Yeah. It only takes about 62 stars or 63. Welcome back. I knew you would return eventually. Please look down at your feet. 57. Oh, maybe that's the all the stars, I guess, in this world. This is the number you see represents the number of power stars you need to access another world. Whether you succeed or fail just attempting the challenge will show something about your character. So I am going to do this. I'm going to collect 57 stars. This will be my gameplay. This will be my gameplay series. I'm just gonna call it SMG, just to shorten it so I could then list any other thing, because I'm kind of running low on games to play. I'm thinking I want to bring back the N64 and try to find out how to play it on this TV. The observatory is power up again. Bowser's hideout has been found. Alright, please. Oh, okay, yeah, this is like... Yeah. Anyway, so, I'm just going to be walking around until I finish my thoughts. So that's how it's going to be. I'm going to continue Pikmin 3. And a reason why, Pikmin 3, thing is that I'm going to be reaching the final boss, and it's going to be very hard to talk about the stuff I want to talk about once I make it there. So, yeah, there's going to be a possibility where I'm just going to be collecting this one fruit. This will be my only time I'll talk about politics and stuff, and then do the boss where I won't be able to talk very much, and then finish Pikmin 3 and what game I'll play next. Probably continue doing this, I guess. You know, so that's probably what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Mentioned about the politics and everything, the elections. I won't be talking much about this as of right now, but yeah, I'm just saying. I guess I'll say this. The one thing I just hope is that I hope it becomes a contested convention, and that Biden becomes the nominee and then loses to Trump. I didn't mention that before, but I don't know how that would happen. Like maybe Sanders would win New Hampshire. Maybe Nevada. I mean, Biden would have to win South Carolina in order for him to stay competitive, or to be the nominee, I would say. Okay, yeah, he has to win South Carolina, but then then the primary goes on. He doesn't get enough delegates to be majority, but contested convention happens. They go for Biden. Chaos ensues, and then Biden becomes the nominee, and then he loses to Trump. I'll basically leave it up at that, but I'll go into more detail when I talk about it more. And I also want to talk about Made in Abyss. I did post some Gap tweets and stuff about it because the movie was gonna start soon in Japan, and I wasn't my break wasn't my classes didn't start yet, so I decided to just post it and everything just to hype it up and like let you guys know my thoughts before it happens. So yeah, I'll definitely be talking about Made in Abyss and other stuff. And yeah, I guess that's it.